I think if you know how hard it is to develop a good habit, then the goal of developing a good habit becomes so much easier. I mean, a habit is something that you can sustain, and sustainability itself is hard. I mean, what does developing a new habit mean? It's almost like you have to tear apart the clothes that you wear all the time and you have to force a piece of cloth on it. What are you gonna do? I mean, you're not a tailor, right? Professionally, unless you are, but you pick up the needle and thread and you manage to attach it onto it, and for a second you're like, oh, this looks all right, but the next hour it start to open up, the thread falls off, and it's torn apart eventually. I mean, that's, I don't know how many of you experience try to start a new habit and then it just slowly falls apart just like that. You know, say you want to start doing cardio exercise every day, and then you make a goal of 30 minutes every day, and then for the first week or so, and then you realize, oh man, it messes up with my energy throughout the day. It messes up with my regularity. And then a weekend, you're like, oh, my stamina building hits the ceiling. What next? How am I gonna go do next, right? And you're being less motivated, and you're becoming bored, and you don't have a buddy that doing the same exercise with you. I mean, you can sort out these problems one at a time, but the mentality is the realistic expectation is that it's sophisticated. The sustainability part is sophisticated. You need to have a realistic anticipation of that. I think if you realize that's the problem, and if you nail what the problem is, I think the problem itself becomes halved. Well, the key, I think, developing a good habit, which essentially is really grasp on sustainability by starting something that's minimal, then build upon it, because it's such a thin string of thread, right? If you can keep that thin thread attached, then you can make it thicker, you can make it